Hey, Rumrock World Entertainment, and victory to Super Earth, and victory to the fans, because the fans just managed to take down the multi-billion-dollar company that is Sony. That's right, Sony have caved to the pressure over this ridiculous idea that to play Helldivers on Steam, you were going to have to link your Steam account to the PlayStation Network account. And that was a problem for a lot of people, especially a lot of countries where PSN is not available. And now, after the wave of backlash and negative criticism that got launched towards Sony and Helldivers itself over the weekend, Sony have caved very, very quickly, which is actually a massive surprise because we were legitimately thinking Helldivers publishers, or what are they called, Arrow something, or Shift Up, something like that they would be the ones that would try and maybe kind of smooth things over, but Sony would stick the ground, and everything was indicating that Sony were absolutely sticking with the ground. They even doubled down. Only yesterday they doubled down on this idea. However, how 24 hours makes a difference, because they've released an official statement on their Twitter account that reads as follows: Helldivers fans, we've heard your feedback on the Helldivers 2 account linking update. The May 6th update, which would have required Steam and PlayStation Network accounts linking for new players and for current players beginning May 30th, will not be moving forward. We're still learning what is best for PC players, and your feedback has been invaluable. Thanks again for your continued support of Helldivers 2, and we'll keep you updated on future plans. Victory. Well done, people. You brought them to their knees because they realised, we may have just blown our foot off. Never mind shooting themselves in the foot. We may have just blown it completely off, because now people are demanding refunds. They're cancelling orders they had for this game. They're blasting us online. We're getting a wave of backlash. You name it, it was happening. People were saying they're done with Sony products, everything. And how quickly have they backed down? Again, 24 hours after they doubled down on this idea that it was going to be pushed through, and you were going to have to link your Steam account to a PlayStation Network account. And it's crazy to think that they were going to try and push this through, especially when there was countries who it's not available to. But they had to come around and say, oh, don't worry, you won't have to link up to it. Which never made sense, because it was, well, if it's mandatory, you would have to. But you're telling these countries that you don't. And it's a ridiculous amount of countries that it's not actually available. It's something like 111 or 117 or something countries that the network is not available in. So they really did screw people over. And then it turns out we also had the information from one of the lead developers of Helldivers, who was trying to smooth things over with fans and saying, look, this isn't our decision, this is all Sony. It's actually their game. We just developed it, we made it for them, but it's actually their game. We had nothing to do with the sales or anything, because people were demanding the refunds and stuff. But he let it be known that they've known about this linking of the networks for the past 6 months and never said anything towards the fans about, hey, just so you know, if you buy this game, this is going to be implemented into it. They knew for 6 months that it was going to happen. But clearly, the outcry from the fans, the rejection of the game immediately, the demanding of refunds, which Sony was refusing to refund the game because they were saying, well, if you played more than 2 hours, you weren't getting a refund. Some people managed to get refunds, but everyone else didn't. If you remember, I explained that Az from Heel vs Babyface spoke about on Friday Night Tights that he put in for a refund and got an email saying, no refund, you've played over 2 hours in the game. He resent the refund. He gave an update on Sunday and he redid the refund. He asked again and he changed wording, he added to it, made it a bit longer, and he got the exact same email back from them. So they were refusing refunding, which, as I also stated, that would probably lead to a few legal challenges saying, well, you're now not providing the product we bought and were promised. You changed this thing to saying you now have to link it up, which was never part of the terms and conditions of us playing the game. So clearly this isn't just a case of, well, we heard the fans and we're on your side. No, this was, there's a lot of people destroying us, destroying this game's legacy, and we could face legal lawsuits. I think we best reverse this idea. And they did. So it is pure victory to the fan base, to Super Earth. Now the question is, what's going to happen with all the devs who came out and start slandering the fans, the gamers, who were trying to say we were the ones that were problematic and toxic and everything else, and the ones who said they hate the gamers and hate straight white men and all this crap. It's going to be interesting to see what happens there, because I don't think it's going to end with just, oh, we don't have to link the game. Good. Now the problem is, all your dev teams said all of this about all the people and we're calling for this type of stuff. What are you going to do about them? It's going to be interesting, but right now, against Sony, the multi-billion-dollar company, the fans won. And with that, I'll leave it there for this one. So cheers. I'll catch you in the next one.